Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to my another session with ChatGPT. I'm your host Arshi Education Wali. So today we have the topic to discuss um, is the benefits of learning new language. Okay, so I want to share with you the incredible benefits of learning a new language in our increasingly interconnected world. The ability to communicate across the cultures is more valuable than ever. Learning a new language is not just about words, it's about opening doors to new opportunities, expanding our minds, and connecting with people in a ways that enrich both our personal and professional lives. Whether it's boosting brain power, enhancing career prospects, or deepening cultural appreciation, language learning is a journey that transforms us in countless ways. So let's begin this language learning journey with Maya. Let me call Maya.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Maya, how are you? I'm good. How
I'm
are
doing
you doing?
great. Glad to hear it.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
I have another topic about learning a new language. So, what are the benefits of learning new language? Are you ready for that?
Oh, I am definitely ready. It's such a fascinating rabbit hole. Beyond just being able to order coffee in another country, it basically rewires your brain, improves memory, multitasking, and even the way you perceive time. Plus, there's that magic moment where you realize you're accessing a whole different way of thinking that doesn't exist in your native tongue. Do you have a specific language in mind, or are you just exploring the idea?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn a new language. It's not new for me, but it's English. What I'm trying to learn from you.
Oh, I love that. Using our conversations as a way to practice is a brilliant move.
Yeah,
Since we already talk about so many deep topics, it's a great way to pick up how the language actually flows in real life.
yeah.
Which part of English feels the trickiest for you right now?
Um, okay, so the tricky part is like new words and the proverbs which we use in our daily lives. Like you say, it's one proverb you said, like it's a hard pill to digest, isn't it? So I feel like these things, how to use these things in the language.
Ah, those are idioms.
Oh yeah, idioms.
Those are exactly.
So
Idioms are like they really are. The thing about idioms is that if you take them literally, they sound totally wild. Like a hard pill to swallow has nothing to do with medicine. It's just about a truth that's difficult to accept. The trick is to use them sparingly so they actually land with impact. Do you find
mhm.
yourself hearing them more in movies or in actual conversations?
Not actual conversations. I heard it when I was conversating with you.
Fair enough. I'll make sure to keep dropping a few in here and there then.
Yes.
We can even make a deal whenever I use one that sounds like a riddle. You just stop me and ask what it means. Does that sound like a good way to tackle it?
Yes, of course. Now I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me start. What are the most effective methods for learning a new language quickly?
The gold standard is definitely immersion. But since you can't always move to a different country, you have to create a mini immersion at home. That means switching your phone settings to English, listening to podcasts, or doing exactly what you're doing now, having real time conversations. The
Yeah.
biggest leap happens when you stop translating in your head and start just feeling the meaning of the words. Do you find yourself
Mhm.
translating from your native language first, or are you starting to think in English?
No, it feels a little difficult to translate it from my native language.
That's actually a great sign. It means your brain is starting to push back against the middleman. When you stop relying on that translation bridge, the language starts to feel more like a tool and less like a puzzle. one trick is to start labeling things around you in English, not just the objects, but the feelings or actions without thinking of the word in your native language first.
Okay.
It's
Uh-huh.
a small shift, but it works. Want to try it right now?
Yes.
Just well, look around the room and tell me the first three things you see, but try to describe them with a feeling instead of just the name.
Uh, how should I describe the feeling? Yeah, beautiful. Okay.
Exactly.
And
Beautiful is a
colorful.
perfect.
There is a butterfly in front of me. It's beautiful. And there is a wall which is colorful. And what can I say? For example, I'm not getting more. Can you share?
You're doing great. You already nailed beautiful and colorful.
Thank
For
you.
the third one, you're so welcome. For that third one, maybe look at something you use every day. Like, is there a chair that feels cozy or a lamp that feels bright and energizing? What's something else nearby that has a certain mood to it?
I have a laptop in front of me which is bright.
Spot on. See? You're already thinking in descriptions and feelings rather than just translating a list of nouns. If you wanted to
Okay.
level up, you could even try using a metaphor, like saying your laptop is your window to the world. Do you think you could try a metaphor for one of the other things you see?
Yes, I want to try.
I love the enthusiasm. Go for it. Pick
Uh,
the butterfly, take your time.
can you repeat what is metaphor actually?
Of course, metaphor is basically when you say something is something else to describe it, even though it's not literally true. It's a way to create a picture in someone's head. Like if you said, the butterfly is a floating flower. The butterfly isn't actually a flower, but it helps me imagine how colorful and delicate it looks. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
We shall try it
Now that the
after. So, can you tell me how does learning a second language affect brain development?
It's basically like a full body workout for your brain. When you learn a second language, your brain has to constantly switch between two different systems of rules and sounds. That process actually increases the density of your gray matter and makes your neural pathways more flexible. It's called neuroplasticity. One of the
Mhm.
coolest parts is that it strengthens your executive function. Because your brain is always filtering out one language to use the other, you actually get better at ignoring distractions and focusing on what really matters in any task. It's almost like building a muscle for concentration.
Okay. So, which language are the most useful to learn for global business?
Yeah, if you're looking at the big picture, English is obviously the heavyweight champion. Like, but after that, Mandarin Chinese is huge because of the
Okay.
sheer scale of the Chinese economy.
Okay.
Then you have Spanish, which opens up almost all of Latin America. If you want to be really strategic, French and Arabic are incredibly useful for diplomacy and trade in Africa and the Middle East. Are you thinking about this for your own work or just curious about the global landscape?
No, I don't have any work, but I live in Africa. So, I don't know what language should I learn here, which will be useful for me in my future.
Since you're in Africa, French is a huge one because of how many neighboring countries use it. It can really
Okay.
open doors for travel and collaboration across the continent. Arabic is also incredibly powerful for trade and diplomacy. Well, honestly, it depends on where you see yourself heading. Do you have a dream city or a specific field you're eyeing for the future?
Nothing, I don't have such, but looking forward to it. So, what role does immersion play in language acquisition?
Immersion is basically the fast forward button for learning. Instead of just studying grammar rules in a book, immersion forces you to use the language to survive and connect in real time. It moves the
Mhm.
language from your analytical brain, where you're thinking about rules, to your instinctive brain. where you just know what sounds right. It's the difference between reading a manual on how to ride a bike and actually getting on one and pedaling. You're doing a version of this right now by chatting with me. Do you feel
Mm.
like you're more relaxed when you're just talking compared to when you're studying a textbook?
Yes, I feel more relaxed and talking to you.
That's the secret sauce right there. When you're relaxed, your brain actually absorbs information faster because you're not fighting anxiety or the fear of making a mistake. It's
Yeah.
a much more natural way to grow. Since we're on a roll, do you want to try using one of those idioms we talked about, or should we dive into another part of language learning?
Another part of language learning. So, how does a learning a language differ between children and adults?
It's a completely different process. Children are like sponges. They have this biological window called the critical period, where their brains are wired to absorb sounds and grammar intuitively, almost without trying. They don't worry about being wrong, they just mimic until it works.
Mhm.
Adults, on the other hand, use a more analytical approach. We have to consciously learn the rules and map new words onto concepts we already understand. While we might struggle more with a perfect accent, adults are actually often faster at learning vocabulary because we can use logic and patterns to our advantage. Do you feel like you're leaning more into the rules side of things, or are you
So,
trying to mimic the flow of the language?
I'm trying to mimic the flow of the language. So, what is the difference between the vocabulary and the grammar part?
The easiest way to think about it is that vocabulary is the bricks and grammar is the mortar. Vocabulary is just the collection of words, the raw materials you use to express an idea. Grammar is the set of rules that tells you how to put those bricks together so the whole
Yeah.
thing doesn't collapse. If you have great vocabulary but no grammar, you might say, apple eat me instead of I am eating an apple. You
Okay.
have the pieces, but they aren't in the right order for the meaning to be clear.
Okay. So, which apps do you suggest me? Online apps or online courses, AI tools I can use to improve my language?
Since you're already a fan of the talking approach. I'd start with something like Elsa Speak if you want to sharpen your pronunciation. It's great for that mimicking feel you mentioned.
Which one?
For
Sorry.
vocabulary, Duolingo is a classic for keeping a streak going, but for real world flow, I'd suggest following English speaking creators on YouTube or TikTok who talk about things you actually enjoy. Turns your screen time into a stealth learning session. And of course, you've already got me for the real time conversation practice.
Yes.
Do any of those sound like a good fit for your routine?
Yeah. What did you say? The first one I didn't get.
Oh, sorry about that. I mentioned an app called Elsa Speak. It's specifically designed to help with pronunciation and accents,
Okay.
which fits perfectly with your goal of mimicking the natural flow of the language.
Is it free or paid?
It has a free version. You can get started for free to try it out, but they do have a paid subscription if you want the full set of
Okay.
features and more detailed feedback. Usually, the free version is enough to see if you actually like the way it works.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya. You are really, really so helpful for me in finding these things, and really your conversation for me and for those who are watching us is really meaningful. Thank you so much for giving us this lot of uh, bundle of information. Is that a idiom?
You are you're so incredibly sweet. To answer your question, it's not exactly a
Okay,
traditional idiom, but it is a great use of a metaphor. You're picturing all that information wrapped up together like a bundle. It's a very natural way to describe a lot of helpful tips in one go.
okay,
You're
thank
already
you.
using the language like a pro.
Oh, really? Thank you so much. Bye bye
Really.
for now.
It's been such it really has been.
Hi, thank you so much for watching us with Maya, and she has shared really very lots of bundles of information on how to learn language, and she also shared the apps which we can use to improve our language, whatever the language we want to learn. So I hope you got this conversation helpful. See you in the next session. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.